What is up, guys, and welcome back to a special episode of Random Rebuilds. As many of y'all know, I've sold my Acura CL to make room for a vehicle that fits my lifestyle a bit better. Now, this whole buying process happened very suddenly from a customer that backed out of a pre-sold vehicle that I inquired about a few weeks back. In this current car market with vehicle and part shortages, there is absolutely no time to wait, so I had to act fast. I've heard of situations of vehicles being sold 5 minutes later when someone was thinking about it after a salesman inquired is available and the next customer called and took the deal. So come join along as we take a 14-hour round-trip adventure to New York State to pick up the new vehicle for the channel. So let's go ahead and take a road trip. Alright guys, first fuel stop here in Pennsylvania. I got about 3 hours to go. This truck takes a lot of fuel. This is a GMC 2500 with, I believe, a 6.3 liter. Got the aluminum trailer behind me. My friend was kind enough to let me borrow, so it's very lightweight. It's hard to tell it's back there. Anyhow, let me go ahead and show you the gas bill here. All right, I'm somewhere near Scranton, Pennsylvania. Ended up stopping last night around 2 in the morning. I've got 1 more hour to go. It was quite an interesting adventure heading up this way because it was mostly up the mountain. And I'm so glad my friend has an aluminum car trailer. This thing is lightweight. It's saving this truck a lot of fuel, but I already went through a quarter of a tank on this thing. I think I'm about 100 miles on a quarter of a tank going up this mountain. So we're gonna see what happens when we load up this truck. And hopefully going home, it's mostly downhill. So we'll see what happens, but we got 1 more hour to go until we get to the dealership. So let's get in the truck, fire it up, and let's head to the dealer. One last gas stop before we go ahead and pick up the new truck. We're about 1 mile away from the dealership. This is a very small town up here in New York, just across the Pennsylvania line. As you can see, a lot of historic buildings, old signs and whatnot, a lot of potholes in the road. So the dealership is about 1 mile that way. So we'll see how many miles per gallon we got on an empty trailer. We'll compare it to how many miles per gallon we get fully loaded up. And then one thing what I did notice is the fuel cost. The further north I went, the more expensive it got. So where I came from, it was about $3.75, and it's about averaging $4.26 further north. So hopefully this is the last expensive fuel stop we've got. 13.8 gallons, almost $60, $4.28. That's misleading right there. It says $4.22 on that sign right there. How's it going?
Hey, I'm Scott.
Oh, hey, I'm Kevin.
Hey, I kind of figured I saw the trailer. So you can park, actually, anywhere over here is wide open. If you just want to park and come on in.
That's fine.
I'll bring the Tacoma over here when we're all done.
Sounds good.
But it might be easier than trying to navigate over on the other side.
Yeah, I figured this is more wide open because this is a long, straightening wheelbase here,
Yeah, no, anywhere you're comfortable out here, and then I'll just meet you inside.
Sounds good. All right. Looks like this one might be a pre-owned. This is the actual cement color. This was discontinued in 2022 for Lunar Rock. Looks like this one also has a tonneau cover as well. And we got a white TRD off-road. This one's still owned right here. Looks like we have a Lunar Rock non-TRD Pro 4Runner. Looks like this is the off-road version. Seeing quite a few of these Lunar Rock colors here in the parking lot. Must be a popular color up here in New York. There's a RAV4 back there. It's got some body damage. That's also Lunar Rock as well. And this is a more common TRD Sport double cab short bed. Probably about 90% of the cab configurations from Tacomas is what this is. So you got 4 doors and a short bed. Now they do offer the 4 doors in the long bed, but that's just as rare as the access cab with the long bed. This works for many people, but I specifically wanted the long bed, and I never have backseat passengers, so there's no sense in me having back seats. This is still a nice truck, but I wanted the bigger bed capacity for my needs. Modified army green double cab short bed, blackout overlays, custom wheels and tires. This might be the trail edition because you got these lockable storage compartments right there. So that's one unique feature about the trail edition SR5. And here's a 22 Redesigned Tundra. I've got mixed feelings about this truck. Design cues are kind of nice with these taillights right here and whatnot. And as you go up front, very futuristic. You got a monster front grille right here, which is huge in my opinion. And then these headlights, when this thing first came out, it looks like this truck is crying. It's a little strip down here. It's kind of weird. But this is a turbo V6, and these are suffering from wastegate issues, and hopefully Toyota can resolve this quickly. This used to be a V8, but they're trying to save fuel now. All right, folks, here's the new truck for the channel. 2022 Toyota Tacoma Access Cab TRD Sport 6-speed manual in the Lunar Rock color. I've only seen this color on the RAV4 and 4Runner, and this looks amazing on this truck. I'm glad I held out for this color. Got the hood scoop going. Not sure what I'll do with that front grille, but it's got the LED headlights and fog light package, which I really wanted. Had a lot more packages than I really wanted, but it is what it is. At least it's got the LED headlights. Bed stickers will be staying. I do like those. Taillights, I'll probably swap those out for something nice. And that rear V6 emblem will be coming off. Nice soft opening tailgate. Tonneau cover keeps the cargo secure. Along with the composite bed. Don't have to worry about rusting up on the composite bed. Dealership was very cool, and I asked them if I can prep the truck myself, so they left all the plastics on the inside. So I'll take care of that when I get it home. And of course, 6-speed manual transmission. Wouldn't have it any other way. 6 miles an odometer. And plenty of room back there in the access cab. Got the license plate bracket, some D-rings. Fold down rear seats for backseat passengers. Last time seeing this engine shine like this, but there is a lot of working space between the radiator and the engine, which is a good thing. Mainly going to keep this engine stock. Have no plans for performance upgrades on this truck. This is a pickup truck, not a race car. gas stop number 2, filling up the truck. Let's see how many gallons we got. Let's go ahead and check the straps. I'll crank down a little bit on that one, a little bit loose. This one's got a little looseness to it as well. That one's pretty tight. So when I put this camera down, I'll go ahead and tighten those 2 straps up. Let's go check the back ones. That one could probably use to be tightened up. That one's very tight. Basically, I took the straps, attached them to the leaf spring right there. You've got this clip right here, which prevents this strap from moving back and forth. And right here on the driver's side leaf springs, I attached it. And so you got this little ring around here, which prevents this tie strap from moving left and right down the road right there. Let me go ahead and show you what I did on the front. All right, on the front, I got 2 tie straps for each side on the front. The one that goes forward, I got that on the back side of the lower control arm. And on the driver's side right there, I got that on the lower cross member going all the way forward. And then we crisscross the straps. Got this crisscrossed right here, and that's on the lower control arm on the front. And the same thing right here. Got the lower control arm crisscrossed all the way to the passenger side. So let me go ahead and tighten those 3 straps up. Next day here, home safe and sound from our trip to New York and back. Long story short, 2022 Toyota Tacoma access cab TRD Sport in Lunar Rock with a 6-speed manual transmission. We'll go over more details later, but just do a little quick walk around. I didn't have the dealer do the prep on this because I just don't trust some of the dealerships with the nasty wash rags that they'll use to clean up your truck. Same ones can be used on a wheel well or wheels or whatever, but you know, it kind of takes satisfaction of cleaning this thing up. But we'll get this thing all cleaned up. Let's do a quick little tour here before we go ahead and prep this thing. We'll remove the window stickers, take the stickers off the tire. Not much inside the bed for prep, but mostly it's all on the inside. And here's the parts content on this truck. Basically, it's made in Mexico. Engine comes from USA and transmission from Thailand. Most of the prep work is going to happen on the inside of this truck. As you can see, still left the plastic on the seats. Got the plastic on the footwell right here, a little bit on the carpet. Now, this truck did not come with floor mats. You need floor mats, definitely protect your carpets. Just a few labels on this dashboard. You got the airbag sticker right there. You got this MA2, but I'm not sure what that indicates. And there might be a clear protective cover on this radio screen, I'm not sure. Open up this access cab here. Looks like I got some D-rings for the bed right there. Front license plate bracket. Not sure if I'll mount that or not. And here's the access cab seats. Headrest still have the plastic in place, along with the seat bottoms and whatnot. get that removed. And then we got the plastic over here on the sun visors as well. We'll take off. Next thing is, I'm gonna go ahead, get the Acura CL out of the garage and make sure that this Tacoma fits in the garage. I did measure twice, and I believe I've got about 3 inches on the front and back for extra clearance. So we'll go ahead and verify that this thing fits in the garage. Otherwise, we're gonna have to reconfigure the workbench that's gonna be sitting in front of this. Okay, not to leave anyone hanging regarding the fuel economy of the GMC 2500 Sierra, pulling the trailer empty and loaded up. Now this right here is the gas station I filled up at right before I got to the dealership on Saturday morning. I got 13.16 miles per gallon pulling the empty trailer up the mountain. This receipt right here in Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, that was my first gas fill up when I had the truck loaded up on the trailer. I clocked in at 12.25 miles per gallon. That's mostly going down a mountain. And last but not least, the gas station in Virginia I finally filled up with. Still had the truck on the trailer behind me. I got 12.59 miles per gallon. So with these findings, I got between 12.2 and 13.1 miles per gallon between an empty trailer and a loaded up trailer. I spent $300 on fuel, and it was well worth it. All right guys, the new truck is home safe and sound from quite an adventure going to pick it up from New York State. Long story short, I received a phone call on Thursday morning that a customer backed out of the truck, which was pre-sold and became suddenly available. After verifying with my friends to borrow the GMC 2500 Sierra and a car trailer, I was able to make this trip happen. Now keep in mind that this dealership was far away from any major airports, so this method made sense of it all. Started on a Friday evening at 8 p.m., got about 5 hours sleep at a rest stop, and continued the final leg of the journey on Saturday morning, and finally back home almost 24 hours later. Now, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. For channel updates, hit that subscribe button. And for Instagram updates on this Tacoma, feel free to follow along on the new page. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.